more judgment. In the last episode, we have a couple of leads to follow before we go back onto the court with our badge. We already took care of the Matsugane family office for a deal. They wanted to know who was behind it. I told them and also beat them up. Hopefully they can maybe convince Hamura to get on the stand, but I really doubt it. Everyone wants him dead, so we're gonna help. But I think next,
You wanna go see
logically,
Okubo, Yagami-san?
Yeah. I wish you could come too, but civilians can't get that kind of clearance.
It's okay. It is how it is.
maybe he'll see it through something he planted on me. I have my eye on you, but we're gonna go through
You ready to see Okubo?
and see Okubo next, because I don't think that necessarily it's closer to related to be Ayabe. However, it's not
Yeah.
quite
It's time to clear the air.
it's not quite the same, so that's where we're going. I believe I have to take a taxi for that. So or it's gonna put me wherever it wants.
Yagami-san, can you give Okubo a message for me?
Yeah.
Sure. What's up?
Once he gets out, I want to go visit Emi's grave with him.
That's a pretty big deal. There's a lot we have to take care of before we can even get to that, though.
Yeah. Otherwise, Okubo will get executed and never have his name cleared.
We'll fix it. Don't worry.
I hope you're right. We can't let him die in there.
Agreed. I'll give him the message.
I won't hear the message until I talk to Okubo, though. That's how the game is going to make me do this. Of course! Get in a taxi! Ooh, we get to fight my favorite guy while we're doing that. I'll probably do it off screen, though, so... give me a second, because I am doing that.
Food! Dinner is served!
Okay, I got out of that fight just fine. I probably lost a couple of... Am I able to get those back? Okay, we're fine now. Sorry, I wanted to recover my stuff. Let's take the taxi and go see Okubo. The Tokyo Detention Center. Stop scratching your face, man. I know you're itchy from the ants earlier that you were dealing with.
I don't believe this. You're serious?
Yeah. He told us his name was Sugiura at first.
Fumiya-kun. You know, I only met him once before Emi's death. Both of us were a little shy, though, so we didn't really talk. I can still remember how he glared at me during the trial. And how I couldn't even look him in the eye.
By the way, he told me to tell you something.
And that is?
Huh?
He said he wanted...
Oh, right. He wanted to visit Emi's grave together. That's the message.
He wants to visit Emi's grave with you.
I see. He really wants to do that? With me?
Yeah.
I'd like to take him up on that.
Ayabe's trial is coming up. We're gonna snare the guy behind 89. A man from the Ministry of Health by the name of Ichinose.
Can you do it, though? For real?
Yeah. The prosecutor's on my side, too. Ichinose won't stand a chance. I'll tell them you're innocent, too.
I gave up on that a long time ago. I thought no one would hear me. No matter how loud I screamed. Thought I'd die branded a murderer. But if Fumiya-kun understands, maybe there's still a chance. If the guy who hated me most forgives me, maybe everyone else will too.
I'll get you out of here. I promise.
I like that resolution the most. I think that was the most satisfying to have. Alright, we're back here in Kamurocho. Our last stop is to go follow up on that one thing. So we're gonna do it. I mean, what else is there to do besides try to challenge that guy again, which I don't want to do right now. I would feel the need to do a lot of off-screen training. Anyways, Hoshino-kun, are you ready?
I'd like to talk to Kido if possible. He'd make a valuable witness in Ayabe's trial.
We've got some dirt on him, too.
Yeah, thanks to Saori-san's little adventure. He won't be able to turn us away once we remind him of that.
I don't know, though. This is still technically blackmail, but we'll try.
Yagami-san, are you ready to go to the ADDC?
Alright, let's go.
Sure, let's do it.
Alright, so now we have to walk out.
We'll need to take a taxi to the ADDC, right?
Yes, we will. And I know there's a taxi right over here. Alright. We are going to the ADDC with Hoshino. Oh, Kido. Could you be our witness, please? Oh, I was talking about the ants earlier. I didn't finish my thought on that, but I got bit by ants trying to do my garden up today. I think they're hiding out in my cucumbers.
I knew it would all work out.
What do you mean?
Seeing Kido without an appointment. That video has some serious power.
You can thank Saori-san for that.
Afternoon.
Sorry to barge in.
We know you're busy.
Take a seat.
Well, let's get straight to the point. We'd like to call you to the stand as a witness in Ayabe's trial.
That's not possible.
How?
Would this change your mind?
You've made me a very happy man today. Why don't we have some real fun now that the interview's out of the way, my little minx?
Do what you will.
Wait, really?
Ichinose is unstoppable, and my testimony won't change that. You're up against everyone who stands to gain from 89, including patients who it would save, and their families. You can't win.
Not how things stand, no. But that's exactly why we need your testimony.
I have no obligation to help you. If you truly want to release the video, release it.
You are aware of the consequences that would have, right?
I'll become the laughing stock of the scientific world. My career will be over.
Yeah, but he will bring us down too, because it's technically illegal.
Ichinose. I'm not ready to die just yet.
Have you talked to Ichinose at all?
Did you talk to Ichinose after Kuroiwa rescued you from the arcade?
I have nothing to say about that. Now leave me alone.
Well, do you even have anyone to rely on, though, besides Ichinose?
Are you really that scared of him?
Of course. Losing my job is a much more appealing proposal than losing my life.
Nobody's dying if we can help it. We can protect you.
Don't you understand? No matter what I say, you can't win this trial. But if I open my mouth, I'll have to live the rest of my life in fear. Until the day they finally finish the job.
Okay, well, how do we get you to cooperate? Because this is definitely not going anywhere.
How can we change your mind? You're in the middle of this whole 89 mess. But you never actually killed anyone yourself. We might be able to argue for a lighter sentence.
Absolutely not. You can't convince me to sign my own death warrant.
Damn it. We're not getting anywhere.
You shouldn't fight a battle you can't win. I would never have gotten where I am today without that bit of advice.
So you don't think we can beat him?
Do you even have a shred of evidence? Oh, well, I suppose you did. But Ichinose-san took it right out of your hands. Can't you see how weak you are compared to him? You don't have a chance in hell of winning this case.
Well, you're right. For now, I guess. It's easy to tell how the case will go. We just don't have quite enough evidence yet. There's no way we'll take down Ichinose with what we've got at the moment. I appreciate the advice.
Not yet, Yagami-san. He's trying to take us for fools. I can make him talk for sure. All we have to do is push the video to...
We'd be wasting our time.
You can't say that if you don't try. Come on, Yagami-san.
I said we're not doing it.
Please, just give it a shot. If the video doesn't work, then we'll find some other way to...
There's no point.
No point. That's enough of the tough detective act. You can't run.
Hoshino! I never said anything about running away, okay?
But I don't want to lose. I thought I could help you.
Having a falling out, are we?
Shut up!
Once I have my proof, I'll be back.
And when you do, I will gladly cooperate. Not that I'm expecting much.
Yet he's not calling superior either. That's interesting. We can't really call that evidence necessarily. He seems to be afraid at the moment because he almost got caught. Alright, Crazy Taxi 2. Haha! Let's see. We have to return to the Yagami Detective Agency. And the guys are gonna follow me, of course, because I smell a drunk. I smell a drunk Yagami. Hey, Sugiyura, what's up?
Welcome back, Yagami-san.
Hey, man.
How's the prep going for Ayabe's trial?
Poorly.
Not bad. I've gone everywhere I wanted to go, at least.
So, you ready to do this then? There's no going back after this.
Well, when you put it like that...
Alright, oh, this is the intense warning I was thinking of. Well, now, things are going to get pretty intense from here on, so if there's anything you want to do, now is the time. It might be a good idea to save your game too, just in case. This is almost the end of the story, so settle in for the climactic finale. It could take a while, so if you need sleep, continue at your own discretion. You can save along the way, but once you start, you can't go back, so consider making a separate save. Similar to the Persona 4 warning.
So, you ready to get this rolling?
No, not yet. We are,
give me a few.
Alright, I'll be here.
we are in need of a save. And this is going to be the important save that I need to make sure I make, because right now, I still have a threat going on. I should probably, oh, you can make it nighttime. Because it says talk to Sugiura daytime only. So I guess you could, like, make it nighttime somehow. But it's weird because it's, like, right before the trial or whatever. I probably bet there's another pre-trial conference between me and Izumita again. But I'm going to save. And I think I could start a little bit of the ending for sure. But I need to make sure I make this save right now so I can actually come back and do the last guy that seems to elude me. Now that I made a save and I have all of my items for the most part, minus the small stuff, don't do it.
How do you feel, Yagami-san?
Yep, I read the warning. I'm good now. I've saved. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Gotcha. By the way, I just got a call from Hoshino-kun. Sounded gloomy as hell. Apparently, he wants you to talk to Genda-sensei over at the office when you get a minute.
Oh?
He didn't say what about, though. Anyway, I'm just the messenger. Catch you later.
Alright. Cool. We have talked to Sugiura. Our next step is to go to the Genda Law office. I guess you can see on our map, guy is gone. He was there before, I would assume. But he is definitely gone. So, cannot do. Alright, we are here at the Genda Law office. Let us go up. Game? Okay, there we go.
Yo.
Hmm? You get called in too?
Yep. Just walked in.
Is Hoshino-kun not back yet?
Not yet, no. Is something the matter?
No, not really.
Over here, Yagami.
Yes.
Something you wanted to discuss, Genda-sensei?
No, not me. Him.
Oh, hello.
Prosecutor Izumida.
Are we able to...
They've got men monitoring every nook and cranny of your agency. Figured it'd be safer to talk here.
That's true. If Izumida came all the way to talk... If Izumida came all the way out to Genda's office just to talk, then that must mean he's got something with Ichinose, maybe?
More bad news?
Is that how you treat a guest? And no, it's good news.
Good, good.
Guess it can't be all bad.
Ichinose will testify at the trial.
So, you convinced him, huh? Run into any trouble?
No, it went fairly smoothly.
I wonder how that went.
So, you want me to explain 89?
Yes, at the upcoming trial.
And by that you mean the one for the murdered lawyer?
That's right. Before his death, that lawyer made a phone call to Dr. Shono. Of course, we have no reason to believe that call had anything to do with the killing. Dr. Shono in 89? Involved in a murder? It's quite far-fetched, if you ask me.
A preposterous notion.
Indeed. However, that doesn't change the fact that the call was made. And so we'll need to explain in court just why it can't be related.
Ah.
And don't worry. You won't need to say a word about the call itself. Just explain the situation. 89 is a drug of global importance, and Dr. Shono and his team have put immense effort into its development. Once you've explained, I'm sure it'll clear the air.
Yes, I see. I'm not sure I can portray it accurately, though. I'm not a scientist, after all.
If you would be more comfortable, we could always call Dr. Shono to the stand. But his language may in fact be too complicated. I'm not sure our jurors would understand. If possible, I'd prefer it were you up there, Ichinose-san.
You have a point. It would be foolish to take up Dr. Shono's time with such an insignificant matter. Very well, I'll do it. Contact the Ministry of Health when the trial date is decided.
Thank you very much, sir.
If you'll excuse me, I have another meeting to get to.
Dang, our prosecutor is pretty good at his job.
Nice going. You made it sound like if Ichinose didn't testify, Shono would.
It worked.
Ichinose didn't want to risk Shono getting in there and slipping up. Can't trust anyone to do it but himself.
Shono should, only because, purely because he was the one that was a part of the phone call, and we should figure out why it was. Because it could be like, hey, you want to go vote for ice cream? No, I hate ice cream. And the guy got murdered. That's a weird way to put it, but it could have been anything on that phone call. Good, the boss is on the hook. Now the fight begins.
Good work, Izumida. Turns out you can be pretty devious when you want to be.
Devious? Really?
I like to think
kidding.
he's doing his job.
Really? I can't thank you enough. We'll have Ichinose out in the open thanks to you. All we have to do now is find a way to corner him.
What about Hamura from the Matsugane family? Can we ask him to testify?
He's still on the run. Guy couldn't even be bothered to come to his patriarch's funeral.
Yeah.
Of course not. How could he after what he did? Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we just grab Kuroiwa and get him to confess to being the mole?
No, no.
You do remember the beating he gave you last time, right?
I let my guard down, that's all.
Cut it out, you two.
Come on, guys. We've got Ichinose right where we want him. We just need to figure out what to do next. You're not gonna win empty-handed, you know.
Nope, I have a phone call.
It's Mafuyu. What's up?
Ayabe's casino is getting raided by the police.
What?
Lamont. Now?
Yeah, they just started. Morita is setting the wheels in motion.
For what?
They've already arrested most of the employees.
I get it. It's a character assassination. A crooked cop running an illegal casino. No surprise if he commits a murder, too.
The chief prosecutor is hitting us where it hurts.
Right.
Guess they're not going to go down without a fight?
Just wanted to give you a heads up. So, how's it looking, Yagami-kun? Do you think you can win?
I'll do the best I can. Good news is, I have a lot of help. Thanks for the call, Mafuyu.
Of course. See ya.
Morita's here in Kamurocho, blowing the lid off Ayabe's casino.
In that case, I'd better get going.
He's not gonna come here.
Well, better safe than sorry.
Yeah, that's true. You never know.
Huh. If they're raiding the casino, Kuroi was probably there too.
What do you want to do, Doc?
The chief prosecutor's made his move. Probably wouldn't hurt to stop by and say hello. We know all about him now.
You sure this is a good idea? He's not the kind of guy you mess around with.
Don't worry. We just want to check in.
He just pulled the rug out from under me in a couple episodes ago, you know? That's like something I don't want to mess with. And yet the game's like, you should. I know you want to go. Genda and Saori don't want to talk. And I'm not sure what Hoshino wanted, but sorry you guys, you're gonna have to cover for me while I go talk to this guy downtown. He's clearly doing something stupid. Tell Hoshino to stay out of the way too. I just had to make sure I was facing the right way to go to Lamont. Alright. Here we are. Oh no, not the fisherman guy! Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Do we even think we could distract that cop, Kaito? Kaito? Oh, you're over here. Why are we this far away? That's a little awkward. Kaito, do you think we could take on this cop? We might be able to. I'm gonna go for it in this episode. Hi, cop. How's it going? Nope.
I'm Ayabe's lawyer. Let me through.
Sorry, no lawyers allowed yet.
What? Okay.
Well done, but let him pass. I'll vouch for him personally.
Oh,
Chief Prosecutor?
Thanks.
Was he hiding like, okay, is Yagami here? Like holding his tie in place or something like that? I can imagine. He's just looking around like... Okay.
Were you aware there was an underground casino hidden down here, Yagami-san?
Wow, I had no idea.
We have to
Our
get rid of the
friend Ayabe
key.
was really something, wasn't he? Who would have thought he'd take bribes from an illicit underground casino? Not to mention selling confidential police intel to the criminal underbelly of this town. Shintane-sensei surely stumbled upon Ayabe's secret. And so Ayabe killed him to make sure the truth stayed hidden. Quickly, with the police issued
How do we even prove that Shintani knew about this place?
I see. That's the story the prosecution is telling, huh?
We can speak further once we get inside.
Where do we chuck this key? Because we can't chuck it at his head.
I've learned a lot about you, Chief Prosecutor.
Are we talking
About the
this now, like
tragedy in
that?
your family 10 years ago.
Are we really doing this?
Then someone has betrayed me?
What? No, no
Someone
one's
you
betrayed you.
betrayed.
This is known.
Someone who trusted you for years. I have to say, it was strange seeing how you behaved in Shono's lab. A public prosecutor, the so-called defenders of justice, chose to protect 89 over the sanctity of the law. I think it's time you drop the act.
My mother, she was afflicted with early onset Alzheimer's. The disease progressed quickly.
She looks so sweet. So this is Morita's family.
Not long after she started showing symptoms, she couldn't even recognize my face.
That's the sad part of
Whenever
it.
I went to visit her, I was greeted with, "Nice to meet you," as if she didn't know who I was. Occasionally she'd yell at me, accuse me of being a thief or a murderer. Watching my mother's mind deteriorate, well, it nearly broke me. And yet my brother continued caring for her. He was there when I couldn't be, all by himself. When we were young, he and I had both dreamt of becoming lawyers. He devoted himself to his studies, far better than I ever did. Practically worked himself to the bone. Yet, ultimately, he never managed to pass the bar. I can only imagine how he felt when I passed on my first attempt.
Oh.
And yet, he was happy for me, almost as if my success was his. He was truly a good man.
His confidence is wavering. This left a lot of scars.
Please, go on.
When we learned that my mother had Alzheimer's, my brother was devastated by the news. He took it hard. I, on the other hand, was filled with internal conflict. I was torn between caring for my ailing mother and continuing my burgeoning career as a lawyer. But my brother could sense how I felt, and then he said to me, "Don't worry, leave Mom to me. Your success is all that matters. As long as you make it, my dream comes true too." And so, he continued caring for our mother for 7 long years, 24 hours a day, a woman who couldn't even recognize him as her own son. Whereas I ran further and further away. But somewhere, deep down in my heart, I knew it couldn't continue that way, that someday he would break.
And the regret you feel, that failure, is what led you to 89. When was it?
After Shintane-sensei's murder. Not long after, Vice Minister Ichinose summoned me personally to fill me in on the details.
Really?
He did? But why?
Ichinose-san predicted that the prosecutor's office would discover the dark truth about 89 before long. And upon looking into some family histories, he discovered what happened to my mother.
Okay, that's personal information. He
When
shouldn't
he
have had
realized
that.
the extent of it, he knew I would be sympathetic to their cause. His proposal was quite clear. 89 was a groundbreaking new drug, meant to save countless suffering patients and families. But if it was to see the light of day, I would have to look the other way for a while.
And that's how someone with the best intentions gets led astray.
Prosecutor Morita, have you heard this saying before? Fire tempers iron, and temptation steals the just. If someone told you they knew how to make mankind immortal at the sacrifice of a few, you would have looked the other way no matter how many people had to die.
I do feel guilt. I can't deny that. That's the only reason I'm still here.
Shono has killed people to cover this up. Emi Terasawa died for it. What about her? Did she deserve that? Meanwhile, Shinpei Okubo was falsely convicted and sentenced to death. He wakes up every day not knowing if it's his last. What did he do to deserve that? Your guilt is nothing more than an act. Do you even realize what it is you're doing?
That's enough.
How do you think your brother would feel if he saw what you were doing now? Huh? Tell me, Morita!
Shut up! Just shut up!
If you want me to shut up, you're gonna have to kill me. Morita, Okubo-kun and Ayabe are depending on me. Emi Terasawa deserves justice too. And I'm not stopping until I get it!
Uh-oh. Who's that? Oh, no. No, not you!
Talk. Kuroi was here.
Oh.
I believe that's enough, Morita-san. Long time no see. Seems you're already back in action. Guess I went too easy. You little... So, another 2 versus 1 fight?
No.
Is Yagami joining us?
I'd rather do this in court.
What are you doing here?
I suggest you turn a blind eye to this. You're good at that, aren't you?
Kaito-san. Think you could stay out of this?
Like hell I will.
You already had your turn. Kuroiwa killed Matsugane-san. And well, it's about time I pay him back for what he did.
Touching words, Yagami-san. But now is the time for action. And don't worry. I won't arrest you for obstruction on this.
Don't talk to me about arrests. You're not even a cop. You're a goddamn assassin!
Okay, we're gonna get into a fight here. Great. Him and his baton, too. Is there any way I could pause this, actually? This is gonna take a while. Pause. He's light blue. Okay. Oh, you're not allowed to save. Ah, shapoopy. Okay. Well, in the next episode, we're gonna take down Kuroiwa. I'm gonna keep myself paused. I'm gonna put on some other stuff too. Yeah, I needed that. It stores the EX gauge. This is tough luck. I think this is our big fight. Oh wait, what happened to my meta? Oh. Oops. Okay. Cool. I'll just deal with him with whatever I have, because I apparently didn't realize that I didn't do that right. We'll see you guys in the next episode.